Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. This is a whole hour. Oh, you okay, D?
I'm good.
You're all right, D?
Let's do the clap, Aaron.
Our teen athletes and all those people in business that support those athletes. We were supposed to get going like 5 minutes ago. We were going to go early.
I'm all choked
But Dominique
up over
decided
the
to
fact
throw
that-
coffee at you.
No,
Okay?
I know. I
And she
appreciate
just
the effort.
knocked the coffee and then we had
It's not
a big deal. Hey, my mic works. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
It's
Well,
my
we're
mic
sharing
is
one
up.
mic today.
That's it. We're just throwing the boom back and forth. Dominique, we love you. How you doing, Dominique Hackett?
I'm better now, but I hope everyone likes the smell of coffee.
Not bad.
Well, it's all over your alpaca little thing there. She used that to save the day, okay?
$80 cleaning bill. I
Exactly,
can see that.
right. She just threw that. I'm like, do you know how much that shawl that you wear all the time is?
I would take it out to the stream and bang a rock on it, but there's no water in the stream, so.
All of a sudden, an animal comes out of it. It's alive.
I'm a mom with 5 kids. We've had spills. So.
There you go. There you go.
So funny because everybody just stared. The only person who launched into action was you. It was like, whoa, we got to take care of this. Dr. D is like, oh no. I go, there's no drink sign anywhere. So I go, has this ever happened before, D?
It's happened only once. Once before.
30 years?
Yeah.
That's
only
right.
once before. Fortunately, it's never happened into the console. It's only happened to the counter that the console sits on. So you immediately raise the console. And of course, everything is pretty much raised up underneath. But still, you want to get that, you don't want it there because...
I think I've lost my coffee privileges.
So that makes it special and unique, right? Only the second time in 30 years, right?
Let's give a plug. It's Bullet Coffee. Dominique, you want to say exactly what was in that coffee? Because it had the grass-fed... Because Dominique got on this health thing.
Get a refill on that sucker.
half... Because we're trying to make Erica great again, okay? So we're on... That's what I'm talking about. So we're trying to... We got a bunch of girlfriends together, and we just started this new thing. We're all on the same path, all on the same vision, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to total up all the pounds, and we're going to donate it to one of our nonprofits. How's that?
There you go.
Woo!
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And everybody's like, go, Erica, go, Erica. That's where you're going to get the most amount of money from right here. Bet on Erica.
That's right.
All right. What's in that Bullet Coffee?
Okay, well, the most important thing that people need to realize, if you're getting headaches, like you drink coffee and then you get a headache or something, but you crave the coffee, what we're finding is that sometimes the coffee has mold in it.
What?
Yeah. So you want to look on the back of the bag when you buy your coffee. You want to get your coffee, if you can get it fresh roasted here in Santa Barbara, that's fantastic. But you want to look at the back of the bag, look at the expiration date, and keep it in an airtight container, and just buy small quantities of coffee. I mean, I buy the beans and then I ground it myself.
Yeah,
but that's one of the things. And then whenever someone says bullet coffee, what they're doing sounds really strange. You're putting a little bit of grass-fed butter with the coffee and blending it. It tastes like a cappuccino.
Wait, grass-fed butter?
Yeah, so the cows are grass-fed, and the butter is generated from cows that have been fed
Little
grass.
sticks of butter roaming the grasslands?
Yeah, they find that there's additional nutrients in the butter, and our brain needs that. So what you're doing is you're giving your brain a little kick of caffeine, if that's what your brain enjoys. You have to ask your body what your body wants. And then those extra nutrients in the grass-fed cow butter, it gives you a kick.
Are we going to talk about the South American coffee, too, that involves cats? Let's not...
I don't know about that one.
Have you ever seen the movie The Bucket List?
Oh, gosh.
With Jack Nicholson?
It's on my list.
Yes.
It's on, yeah.
Very funny, very funny, very funny. Anyway, so you're telling us now that the right kind of coffee is good for us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's extremely important because, we've seen the reports over the decades. Now, today coffee is good for you. Tomorrow it's bad. The next day it's good. The next day it's bad.
Yeah.
It's not about coffee in general. It's about the right kind.
Yeah, and you've got to experiment yourself because sometimes in your life coffee works for you, and then other times maybe you realize it's making you gain weight or something, and it's increasing your cortisol level.
For some reason, I was drinking coffee for about 2 or 3 months back in, I think it was 2015. It just, it tastes really good. And then,
Yeah, so you got to go by what your body tells you. So, I mean, I do polls sometimes and ask athletes, I'm curious.
Who's doing these polls?
Me. Are you drinking coffee? I'm just curious. Are you doing yoga? Are you doing meditation? And it's interesting to see what everybody's doing.
We have a couple guys on our basketball team that drink coffee, even in high school.
Oh,
Well, I think it's a lot better than the energy drinks. So I've got my son, because my boy started dabbling with those energy drinks, and I'm like, so I hook him up as a mom. I got the little bullet coffee mom, so they get the little bullet coffee. Because there's definitely essential oils that you could add to the coffee with the grass-fed butter and blah, blah, blah. And it's knocked them off of those energy drinks because that's just pure sugar and chemicals. And I just don't, think. I mean, if you're going to drink and fine, then I'm going to have to get you nutrients to help that liver and those kidneys that are failing. You know what I mean? And we got to offset it, right?
Well, you had me at butter, so.
Oh, yeah. Serious. You got to try it. You got to taste it. We would like to have, you could sample it, but you decided to throw the coffee all over.
she's trying to share with everybody.
If she can't have it, no one can have it.
Nobody's doing it. Steve Stokes put this in the house. Woo! Yeah. AD, Providence. We haven't been around for a while. That's you working like a dog over there.
We have been. We've been very busy.
Yeah, so you three-peated, right? Best school on all levels, 3 times in a row. So you want to be all there and say 2014 because you want to make Providence greater, okay? Again, okay? You can't even drain the swamp because there's nothing to drain,
There's
right?
nothing, right? Absolutely.
So what are you going to do? So we're going to go 4-peat? What? Talk to me.
Of course.
Yeah,
We're going 4-peat.
You're going to call it right now?
I'm calling it.
Calling it.
I know the kind of school we have. So.
All right. So tell us what's happening.
The school is growing, and we've kind of maxed out the enrollment that we are on our current campus, and going to be moving into a new campus here. Down the line, it looks like, so that we'll have a lot of great things that we're able to build off of. We'll have a gym on campus and.
That's huge.
Wait a minute, you don't have a gym on campus yet?
No, we play our home games at Westmont.
Oh my goodness.
You poor thing.
It's so sad.
I know, it's tough.
It's so hard to play home games.
I know. It's only like the most beautiful gym in their conference, but whatever.
Exactly. So are you allowed to say where you're going to go or you don't know? Are you going to be like the Foresters where you don't have a home yet? Does the Foresters have a home yet, Dee? I haven't even talked to them.
As far as I know, no.
No? Okay, we got to make
but
that happen.
But let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If somebody out there is listening knows how to make this happen.
Serious.
It's not like we don't have a plethora of ball fields in this town. We do not need to build a new one.
Right.
We do not need to ask the public to pay for a new one through new taxes.
Right.
There are people who could make this happen like that.
Well, on all honesty, the thing is, if there was a measure, and look at all the people that it would put to work, growth is good as far as I'm concerned. I mean,
awesome.
I mean, if we had something that definitely was directly going to impact the community for all of us to share. I mean, Goleta. I mean, I don't know. I think they've already offered him something over at Goleta. Did he not, Dee? I mean, I don't know what the update is.
I honestly don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to bring him back.
Get him back here.
All right, so where are you going to go?
Call him now.
What are you planning? Got a secret from? Where are you going to go? You're allowed to say.
Oh, back to Steve.
It's over in the Patterson area. I'll say that.
Over in the Patterson area. Ooh, Kellogg?
We'll talk.
The only thing over Patterson is Kellogg. Kellogg? Let me look at my eyes.
It's literally like right off of Patterson.
Right off of Patterson. Yeah. Right off of Patterson.
It's behind like where the new hospital is.
Oh, wow.
What's over there?
I don't know.
I'm going to drive over there today, and so
You can.
I'm going to. I'm going to do that.
Neener.
All right. So you want to make any predictions for your basketball team? That's just doing awesome.
Yeah, we've we return everybody from a league championship, undefeated league championship team last year, and we've had a really good start to this season. And so, like, kind of what we've been talking to the guys about is, you're not going out, you're not defending a championship last year. Is kind of that's what it is. It's in the past. We're just going out and working for another one, and we've had a really good summer, fall, and. We had our first scrimmage about a week and a half ago and did really well, and just excited for the season to kick off tonight.
Nice. Look at you. Look at this glowing. This is glow. All right, so I got to put something out there. It's so funny because I've lost. I'm like, how many? I put out 2 times. I'm lucky. If I say to you, blend us with the team, okay, on me, ePro Insurance. And it's so funny because then I forget about it, right? Then 6 months later, because I shoot my mouth off, right? So then I just was popped at the Moose Lodge, okay, for 30 blenders clogged for the Mighty Mites. Okay, so they come after the season. They're undefeated, right, Dee? Mm-hmm. And it was like, oh, I go, oh, how many kids on the team? I figured 10, right? 22. Okay, 22.
And now you have 82 on the roster, is that right?
Yeah, 82 on the roster.
I know, exactly. And then Ronnie Sebastian goes, like, was whispering in my ear, you know, we don't have TV, so you can't even say it. It's like what, like a fly? Leave me alone. What? Coaches. All right, coaches. So what, 2, 3 coaches? 8 coaches. Eight well, you know, we got a lot of kids to watch. I said, 30 blender cards. That's what I'm talking about. Mighty Mites. We did that for them, right?
Now, I find that interesting. You said they had 22 kids.
Right.
And they have 8 coaches.
Right.
Why is it that they don't have that kind of a ratio, teacher to student, in the classroom?
Oh, that's serious.
I mean,
it's all volunteers, you know, and then to be, you know, it's just a crazy. So hopefully the next 8 years, people have more time to volunteer. I'm just saying, you know, because I think a lot of people are working extra hard this last 8 years. I know I have. So maybe if I have more free time, that would be nice, because there's nothing more than I'd like to do is get back into it, you know.
I'll say the closest school to that ratio would be Providence, probably.
Oh, put your hands together. We love all schools. All right, we've got some teen co-hosts. I can't forget my girls, okay? We got 2 amazing women in the house. Anna Coronado. Yeah, because I almost combined names. I almost said Anna Arcodia.
sisters.
I noticed that.
I know. And I was just like, whoa, I looked at both of your beautiful faces, and I'm like, whoa. So, ladies, what's going on? Anna, you first.
Nothing much really. School volleyball just ended, and club soccer is taking a break now too. So I'm getting into school soccer now, and we have
school soccer.
We have a lot of girls going out this year for Bishop soccer. So yeah, we might have a big team.
Nice. Okay, so any expectations? What did you guys do last year? You were just developing last year, right?
Yeah, we were
developing when you didn't have a good season. That's what I say.
we didn't have
As
a very
a
good
parent, you
season.
say, you tried really hard. You always go on the side of trying, because you know you can never lose anything. You know.
Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to it because this year I think we're moving down in a league.
Oh, okay.
We moved down, so I mean, we should have it should be more like competition, I guess, like on our level. So
good.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, there's a lot of good girls out there.
Did your sister play too?
No, she doesn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, she grew.
Yeah.
You know, when I saw her, I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, you guys could almost be like twinsies. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
I get that a lot, yeah.
I know. No, seriously. Did you know, I don't want to start like drama, but, you know, I just add one important question. No, I know Dee wants to do a break right now, but this is very important. So I asked her if anybody if she could pick anybody on the team, you know, to be her partner, you know, in beach volleyball. Oh, yeah. And I'm just saying she didn't pick you. I'm just saying!
Wow.
I know. I mean, I was shocked. And she goes, well, I see her all the time, but I said, so she's not good? She goes, no, she's a good player. I go, well, she's your sister. You know, you guys look amazingly alike. She goes, yeah, but no. And then she, who would she pick? McKenna? What was the person that she picked?
I don't even remember.
You didn't know? You got to listen to the show.
Yeah, I know.
I should just cut that part out, put it on Facebook. No, I'm just saying. Do you think that would help your relationship? No. I don't know. Your mother sat there just like, what? What are you doing?
Really?
Yeah, everybody was shocked about the answer. I think we should make it bigger. I know.
Yeah. I mean, well, we are like partners like all the time.
That's what she said. She said you killed it when you're together.
I mean, yeah, but like towards the end of the season, we were like, we need new partners. Like,
I think maybe she wanted to give somebody another chance. Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Any news on Stanford? No, for your sister? Nothing? Haven't heard anything?
I don't think so. Yeah, okay. I think she just sent out applications
nice
a little while ago. I don't know.
Tell her I'll give her blender cards if she gets accepted.
Okay.
Why not? I mean, you might as well just throw out the blender cards. Dominic, put it down. Order 50 more.
It's not 30, so.
Exactly right. I'll say 1. Just be clear. All right, Laura, I want you to say goodbye to everybody or say hello to the 5 different countries that listens to us regularly only because of you.
Wow.
Okay? Let's say.
And just a reminder, there are 5.
Right. Start with English.
I have the countdown on my hand.
Everybody right now, if you're listening, folks, it's like you close your eyes and you're in an international airport. Go ahead, Laura.
Ok. Salve a tutti, spero che oggi abbiate una giornata fantastica e vi auguro di passare un buon fine settimana. Hallo an alle, ich hoffe, dass es euch gut geht und wir hören uns dann bald wieder. Bleibt mit uns. Hola a todos, espero que están todos bien, que hayan un día muy bonito. Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous avez un jour très joli et que vous êtes contents.
English.
Oh, yeah. Hello to everyone.
Your fifth language, English. Go ahead.
I hope you're going to have a nice day today. Stay with us and hear you soon.
I just missed my flight.
There you go. Exactly. Hey, folks, we got a huge show today. Stay tuned for more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. Dominique, where else can you find us?
We're in a different room today.
Yes. And it's very clean. The counters are spotless because you decided to. So that caffeine, I didn't know, it's a cleanser, okay?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and my favorite, 1290 AM KZSB.
There you go.
Woo!
All
That's
right.
right. That's what I'm saying. All right, Dominique, I'm going to give you the boom back, okay? Because, you haven't had your chance because you've been so packed. And not we are definitely full, but you always have these nice little stories because you do a lot of speaking. And you always start off when you're talking to kids, especially the young youth, about nutrition and everything through Santa Barbara, your Santa Barbara Wellness Center. Woo! Yes. All right. Nice little nonprofit. And I love your little story. So you mind to share a little story here for us?
Sure. I'll tell you a really fast story. It's kind of a funny story. So this is a myth story. There's a hunter and he's really hungry. And so he goes into the woods. He's got a bow and arrow and he sees this beautiful rabbit. He's like, oh, yeah, I can catch that rabbit. So he's chasing the rabbit, and all of a sudden the rabbit turns around, stops, and stares at him. And he's ready to shoot, but he can't shoot. The rabbit's so beautiful. The rabbit takes off, jumps into a stream, and turns into a fish. So the man's like, oh, I'm so hungry. And he jumps into the stream, and he starts chasing this fish, and the fish is beautiful. He almost gets to the point where he's going to catch the fish, and the fish turns around and stares at him. And the fish is so beautiful, he doesn't get it into his hands. All of a sudden, the fish jumps out of the water and turns into an eagle and flies up into a tree. And the man gets out of the stream and he's like, I'm so hungry. What the heck is going on? And the eagle in the tree stares down at him and suddenly turns into a god. And the god looks at the hunter and he says, why didn't you shoot the rabbit? And the man says, the rabbit was so beautiful. I mean, yeah, I know I'm hungry, but it was just such a beautiful rabbit. And then the hunter says to the god, why did you turn into a fish? I'm so confused. And the god says, I didn't know what you wanted for dinner. And so the moral to the story, or what the story is trying to say, is our life is as we wish it to be. We see what we perceive, we're going to get more of. And so what it is that you want, you really have to identify what is it that you want. Because in my view, in my experience of over 50 years of being on this planet, the universe has been giving me what I want to experience. And what makes me happiest is sharing community, sharing with people, and doing things that connect everybody, bring happiness about. So I encourage everybody, what do you want? You need to ask yourself what that question is and be really clear. What do you want? What do you want your world to look like? How do you want your school to go? How do you want the game to go that you're going to be playing? How do you want to do your sport? It's all about being in the present moment and really knowing what we want and looking for that, looking for the universe to support us.
Those are great words, especially for a lot of our young athletes who, maybe are trying to find their way in what they're going to be doing next. And I think that those are great words for everybody, not just our athletes, but everybody out there listening.
I feel like Erica always says, if we put it out there, things will come to us. And I've been learning that all of last year, and it's actually happening this year. So I'm just saying, as long as you believe in it, it will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are really inspirational words. Good things to live by.
She's still stunned. It's called processing, because I know you go to Bishop Diego High School. It's all about, it is. It's, you could put yourself out there and look at something, but if you start, you have to start from inside yourself, not from what people tell you or what you see. Just trash that. Okay. I mean, this last experience we've had is a perfect indication where the world thought things were going to happen one way, and then, oops, it was another. So what I tell people is, look, follow everybody has their own roadmap. and then follow the map that you designed, because it's kind of, to me, it's, you made these arrangements and then a cloak, went over you, and then all of a sudden you did the big unveil and you got to figure it out. So I encourage everybody out there, follow your heart, definitely. And I think, that's Santa Barbara is just the place where you can be able to do that, because I've said this over and over and over again. Anytime I've always seen or addressed an issue, gosh, you just put a couple of people together and you get them to buy into that. And it just shifts. The consciousness shifts, everything shifts, and then all of a sudden there's a new reality, And I could see, Providence wouldn't be even here unless somebody had a vision. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And now look at the vision. You guys have bumped around. It's almost like something, there's got to be a higher power, okay, that wants Providence to stay. And now you're finally getting your own home, which is absolutely everybody involved in that. God bless you, seriously, because that's great. No, it's seriously, honestly.
It hung on by I don't know how they did it for a lot of those years early on, and then they merged with Santa Barbara Christian School, who was also struggling at the time. And, since then, great things have happened. But it's amazing the belief that you have to have in what you're doing in order to keep fighting for something that, was tough to do early on. And now you're kind of seeing the fruits of that.
Well, I really appreciate what I've seen with Providence, that you're marrying education and athletics, that how important it is for kids to be involved. And I hope in all schools that we maintain that. You've got to have your team sports, you've got to have your arts, you've got to have your music. That is the foundation of education, because you're educating the heart, not just the mind. Yeah,
a lot of our students get to do, all sorts of different things. Gianni here, not only is he one of our best basketball players, but then he's in choir. He gets to do all sorts of different things that I guess, a lot of different students don't get an opportunity to do. And, it's just a place where a lot of our kids are able to flourish and kind of experience new things.
Nice. All right, we're going to take another little break because we got Gianni in the house. We're going to have him up next. Then we got Jack Gregson in the house. We're going to have him after that, soon after. All right, let's check out our new commercials. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. Who isn't? Look at this big boy. Man, you got like 2 inches bigger. All right, look at he's a stud. He's drooling undefeated. He's got his hand out right now for the blended squad. Don't be cocky. Don't be cocky.
I won't.
All right, look at him. He's got his hands behind his back now. What do you want? 2 blended cards? What is it? He doesn't know what to say. He's
better,
stuttering. Right? Don't stutter. Your coach is right there. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's been a good day. Getting ready for the game tonight.
Yeah. Do you like coming here, huh?
Yeah.
Been here a couple times.
Yeah.
Every time you got here, you grow an itch. Yeah.
I can't really help it.
It's nice. You know what you need to do? You want to grow more? You need to do the Something's Good. Dominique, tell them about the Something's Good. We got to do our plug. Listen, we don't get paid to plug. We just we find something, we love it, we experience it, and we like to share it. And I'll swear, if you didn't catch last week's show, Carolyn Givens was out here and explaining the program they got right now. And I swear to God, man, I have no aches, no pains anymore. Because we have to make Erica great again. You could see, right? Am I slick? Do I look? I need what? I need Botox or something, right? Because when you lose the weight, you get the wrinkles. Is that what you're saying? What? No. What?
Let me ask a question. Okay. So when you're preparing for a game, what kind of foods do you eat and what kind of foods do you avoid?
Well, usually the day before, I just try to drink a lot of water. Usually a lot of light foods, kind of I usually have a salad at lunch every day. It's just the usual for me. So yeah, kind of eat healthy right before a game. I usually try to eat healthy every single day so I can just stay fit for all of our practices that we have.
Nice.
Because we have practices every day, so it's not just the game that we have to prepare for. So yeah, just usually try to eat as healthy as you can.
That's
so you can
awesome.
So you won't get tired. You won't get you won't feel bad during your practice or the game. So yeah.
So you're preparing every day for life. I love that.
Yeah.
So the Something Goods Organics is just a box of vegetables that can get delivered to your door. Do you get to go to the farmer's market, or does your parents?
Sometimes I do. Not usually. I usually just go to Trader Joe's or something and get some of those make it yourself salads kind of thing. They're like the easiest kind of way to do stuff. Like you don't really have to pack a lunch. Just get one of those,
Yeah, that works really well.
What I like about the Somethings, a lot of people don't. And if I told you this, I think that you'll catch it because the boxes are very inexpensive. Okay, so I think your parents. It's a vegetables and fruit. They even have a juice box.
Oh wow!
Okay, and it runs between $35. I'm serious. It runs between $35 and $50 a box. But if I told you that science has proven that organic vegetables just picked within 24 hours has up to 700% more nutritional value than you get something out of a plastic container, that's pre-washed. Although what you're doing is true, is wonderful. But if you want to supersize, if you're going to eat something, might as well just make it the absolute best, right?
Yeah.
And it just doesn't.
Supersize me the healthy way,
And then
right?
you say, and then if you give what works with me, and I know Dominique too, prayer hands. So if you went up to your parents and give them the prayer hands, which fits the whole Providence thing, and say, "Hey, Mom." You said, "Hey, listen, could you chop my lettuce?" And let me tell you something. Like, when your mom sees this lettuce, the box is about 3 foot big. Okay, you don't see this is lettuce from the land of the giants. Okay, the lettuce and the heirloom tomatoes, and anybody, folks, who doesn't get this box, you're missing this. But your boat isn't even in the water. Okay, it's dry docked. You're not even paying attention. And what they've got right now is you could try it for a couple of weeks without making any commitment at all, and your commitment is only 6 weeks. We've gone from small, medium to now we got the monster box because I have an extra $580. I'm a financial planner. Okay, so I watch my money.
Course.
Okay, so because why? Of course. Well, why would you have a planner that doesn't? That's not the right planner. Okay, so I could tell you that I have $580 more in my checking account because I've stayed away from the store. Because that other stuff jumps into my thing, that, has those like Lay's labels, potato chips, all that. I don't buy that anymore. Any of that stuff is gone. So I look at it as complete value add for me. So it's free. The box is free.
Well, when you guys are prepping with your team and stuff, if you've got anyone who's kind of having a hard time with choosing really good, healthy foods and stuff, just remind them when you're eating really good nutrition, your body doesn't crave the other stuff because it's actually getting good food. Yeah, that's awesome. What else do you do to prep for the game?
I'm usually just always thinking about what I'm gonna do. Whether it is if I'm gonna making make certain situations that I'd be in kind of during the game, whether those situations go wrong or those situations go right, if I'm gonna stay poised or if I'm gonna pass the ball to some certain person. I always I'm always thinking about the game, even during classes sometimes.
Brilliant.
I have to admit it, but it's a distraction sometimes, but
no, brilliant.
Do you do little doodles when you're taking notes and stuff? Do you do doodles of plays? I'm just curious.
Not doodles of plays. I'm just not focused on my class usually. Even though I usually am though, but on the game, during game time, I'm just kind of what am I going to do? All that kind of stuff, so.
Is there a specific game that you played where you feel it was the best game because either you played really well or you guys won or just there was a good team play? What is the most important thing for you?
Well, actually, the most important thing for me is learning from my mistakes kind of thing. So whether I've had a good game or a bad game, it's always good to because we usually have game film after every game, so let's take a look at that and see our mistakes kind of thing, what I should have done and what I could have done or what I did good, and keep working on that kind of stuff. So that's what I usually whether we lose or whether we win, it's always important to do that kind of stuff.
So I got a question. What do you like most about your coach?
Uh-oh! That's big trouble right there. Right,
I mean, there's a lot, but he's really persistent and he really is good when it comes to knowing what you have to do on as a role as a player on your team. He reminds you all the time, and whenever we are practicing or anything like that, if I mess up personally, he takes the time to stop practice and shows me all the stuff that I should do.
It makes you do 20 push-ups.
I mean, it's pretty competitive. So, I mean, you always have to have a consequence when you play, like, 5-on-5. So we usually have these little games or, like, these drills that we do, like, one is, like, offensive cut throw or defensive cut throw, like 3-on-3. Like whether you stop them, you get a point. Whether you, like... or if you beat them and get a point, it's like the different drills. So it's pretty competitive out there, and like during practice. So like it teaches you how to be pretty competitive during the game too. So yeah.
All right, give me some words of wisdom. Like if you were coaching Dr. Stokes, I'll say Dr. Stokes because, you know, he's the god of all basketball. So if you wanted to coach him, you know, on how to coach, is there anything you want to add to that? I think that's a good question. Okay, so now you're the coach, and
sure.
Mr. Stokes is the player. How would you coach him?
Yeah. So let's see. Well,
ready to go, coach.
Throughout my 4 years of high school, like I had a kind of hard time because I just started playing basketball my freshman year. Coming out of like a junior high was a public school, so I wasn't really used to that private school like feel. And I played on the team. I started like playing on the team my freshman year. Yeah, so I didn't really play very much. So like during my sophomore year, when I came back to the basketball team, I was like, I don't know if I want to play or not. Like I don't know because I didn't really play any games last year. So now I'm starting, you know, like, so I just would say I can keep persistency and like keep working at it, and like one day you'll like become. It takes a lot of work, so.
Yeah, put your hands together,
Yeah.
Gianni. Yeah. All right, let's take a little break. We've got Jackie Gregson in the house. When we get back, this is Erica Salda, the Queen of Tea. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
You know something, Laura? I got this hit. You remember back about a year ago? How you doing, Laura? Good. You having fun?
Yes, I
I'm
am.
so happy you're back. Okay, remember when your mom was here visiting, I don't know, like last summer or whatever, and then I didn't even ask her, but she was in the house, so I figured, you know, she could say no. But we did this thing where you parents own a restaurant in Bologna, Italy.
Yes.
And we did this thing where if anybody that says Teen Sports Radio, they get the free appetizer.
Yes.
Okay, at your restaurant in Bologna. And then, lo and behold, you can tell the story after that. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, so basically what happened was that my mom calls me and she's like,
About a
"Laura,
month.
how you doing?"
1 month, 2 months?
Yeah, like one or two. 2 months after
2 months,
that.
okay, because I don't want to lie or extrapolate, whatever the word is. You know,
And she calls me and she goes like, Laura, like, people came here and they went like, oh, we're here for the free appetizers. And I was like, what? And they said, yeah, Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio. And my mom just went like, Laura.
Right. We're global. People just don't get it. We're global. So, Laura, come on now. Your mom loves me, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, right. Well, she's got a place to stay
how
when she
can you
comes
not
back.
love you?
So you want to put it out there again?
Oh, yeah,
It has to
totally.
come from you because I don't want to get in trouble. Okay,
I'll say it in Italian.
Okay, say it.
Allora, se voi venite a Bologna al ristorante La Brace e dite Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio, avete avete un antipasto gratis.
No, the most expensive appetizer. What? It's an appetizer. What? Any pasta, that's lettuce. No. What?
No, it's appetizer.
Oh, okay.
Antipasto is appetizer.
Oh, I thought it was like the most inexpensive thing on the menu.
No. Antipasto goes from $3 to...
Oh,
goes
good.
higher,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. I'm so sorry.
Quindi avete un antipasto gratis, dite Teen Sports Radio e comprate qualcos'altro, quindi passate e veniteci a salutare.
Woo! Yeah! I love you, Laura's mom.
So what you were saying is go for the high-end one on the free appetizer, right?
Totally.
Nice.
You either make it or you don't.
Yeah, oh, there you go. That's it. Well, now it'll be interesting to check in to see, you know, we're going to wait a couple of months. We'll let the universe decide. All right. Yeah. Teen Sports Radio, Bologna. What's the address? I think we forgot that.
Via San Vitale 15 Bologna, vicino alle Due Torri.
I think you should say it in English, too.
Via San Vitale 15.
No, you got to say it in, you know, what's the address in English?
It's San Vitale Street 15 in Bologna, close to the Two
Say
Towers.
it in Spanish. We have a large Hispanic community listening to the show.
Calle San Vitale 15.
French?
Rue San Vitale 15.
Thank you so much. We hit
Just
so
showing
many
off,
comments.
showing off.
What was it? I love that. All right, in the house. Oh my God, my eyes water every time I see this guy. I've known you since what? I think you and John since kinder class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
St. Rayfield's.
Yes,
My
ma'am.
boy, he's like one of my kids. He's definitely like one of my sons.
Like a
Jack
second mom.
Gregson! Look at this, a specimen. He's a specimen.
Gotta
How you
represent
doing?
well, Erica. I'm
That's
doing
it.
well. Thank you for having
Aw.
me. Pleasure.
So
Pleasure.
tell me what you're doing right now. I'm so proud of you, but tell the world what you're doing.
Right now, I'm working for Darren Spiller as a trainer and coach.
And who's that guy?
Darren Spiller's the man. You brought me to Darren Spiller, Erica.
Aw.
Freshman year of high school.
Nice.
I played baseball for him for the SoCal Cardinals, a club scout ball program.
Nice. Where was that?
Scout Camarillo.
That's
Thousand
right.
Oaks.
We
Yes,
we
ma'am.
did some traveling.
Every week
That's it.
when you would come take me off of football practice, make the
How fun
baseball
was
practice.
that? Under
They were
Coach
great
Profit,
memories. I
huh?
love that. Oh, it pissed
Did I
the coaches
stop-
off, man.
did I stop
Oh, it
practice?
was wonderful.
How
Yes,
did
you
I do that? Why
you
don't
would
you
walk
just
out onto the
reenact it?
field,
Yeah.
put your hands up. Jackie, you're coming with me. And everyone would stop the practice, middle of the hitting drills, and I would go jogging off to hop in the caravan.
That's it. And where was your mother? You could tell the truth. Hiding.
Oh, yeah, in the parking lot, in her car, probably
Hiding,
with the door locked.
Hiding.
Absolutely.
The big hat.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Good times, right?
Great times.
Yeah. Aw.
But I'm loving it, Erica. I'm training, coaching. It's all good.
Aw. So
Loving
what's
life.
what's your age group?
Right now, I'm the manager of the 14U team with my other coach, Jeff.
Woo!
yeah.
Look at you.
Cool. Darren had me go to Arizona with the 17U team,
Yes.
so I got to coach them in Arizona, which was actually it was
Very competitive.
difficult. It was very difficult to take the kids out there and coach them.
Right.
You know, you did the Arizona
Yeah,
thing.
that's
so.
right.
But no, I'm loving it. It's all good.
So it's your service to the community. It's what you're called to do.
Yeah,
That's-
right now,
yeah.
right now, I'm learning how to do it.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to.
You know, I got to share when
relate to
you
the
had the
kids.
tryouts for the Arizona team, for the USA team for Arizona. I will never forget this in all my. And this is cold and it is dark and it's wintry and the tryouts were starting. It was like in November and everyone's exhausted. It's like 9:00 at night under the lights and somebody hits just a shot to you in center and you go way back and an unbelievable catch. All right, and the guy that was on first, you know, he was just putting his head down and walking back to first, and you freaking threw him out. Woo! Yeah, baby! Even though I was a frozen rope, and I was like, "Come on, Jerky! Come on, Jerky!" I mean, and it was
Good
like,
times,
he was
man,
like two
good
steps,
times.
one step to the deal, and he just got boot with the ball. Oh, I got you the job. You know that, right? Because you had to do something big. Honestly,
I did.
Yeah, and you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
That was like awesome.
Absolutely.
Now later on
It's
that
great
day,
times.
my son got his teeth knocked out. I'm just saying, but you know, and so I had to leave early, so I didn't get to see the rest of it. And then by the grace of God, you know, we put the teeth back in. We didn't have to lose the teeth. Everything was fine. But you made that. I mean, honestly, that's what I was thinking all the way home. You know, as my son was, you know, losing it, and I had like a tooth in my hand. But I'm just saying. But that was just like an amazing experience. It's a true story, actually. No, seriously,
man.
it's like
Poor
one of
guy.
those fluke things.
I remember that,
you
man.
know?
I felt bad, man.
Well, you didn't throw it.
No, I still felt bad, man.
Of course you did, but thank goodness.
My
I mean,
best
it didn't
friend.
distract. I know that. I'm just saying.
But
Oh
it
my
was sweet.
God.
Good memories, right?
No, great
Great
times.
memories.
Absolutely. So, what else is going on? So, tell us what. Okay, let's talk about Dustin Aliano, and then where you're training and what's going on over there.
I
Superior Fitness and Wellness.
introduced Darren to Dustin. I felt they could go hand in hand.
Right.
So basically, I see Darren's program skyrocketing in Thousand Oaks, and I'm blessed to be a part of it, thanks to you. I like to think about, okay, I can take Darren's program and mix it with Dustin's program, because Darren's just 6'5", with the mind and heart and soul of Dustin, right? In Dustin's body. So I connected to, I kind of become that dude, and to where
That's
we can have kids
awesome.
training in both Santa Barbara and Thousand Oaks, and then bring the kids from Thousand Oaks to Dustin's that are on Darren's baseball team. So I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
And then, you know, a little plug to Blake, Dustin, or Darren's son, Blake.
Yes, ma'am.
He's playing water polo
He
at
is
UCSB.
a water polo,
Yeah.
third in the nation water polo, starting as a
Wow.
freshman, true freshman,
Nice.
from Santa Barbara High.
Woo, put your hands together. He's
Awesome.
And he's working
Laura,
out
he's
at
been on the
Superior
show.
as well.
You don't remember him, do you?
I've seen way too
He's a
many
good
people
dude.
on this show.
Well, we have a great video of him just staring at you when you were blowing out those 5 langes.
Oh.
It was great. It went viral. Okay, it was awesome. I gotta say, it was just like, whoa. I think I did send it like to Darren, your future daughter-in-law. I'm just saying. Okay, good genes, baby.
So during this time of the year, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm always setting myself up for New Year's resolutions. So, Jack, do you have some great ideas that you can recommend to people as to take on as a New Year resolution for the next year?
Everything that Dominique and Erica have preached on this radio show have been words of gold, absolutely, because I have learned everything you guys have been talking about and doing my best to live it.
Nice.
This is just a seal of what I've been taught, what you have raised me to believe and live my life.
Okay, now stop crying, Dominique. Okay, first of all, you lost it a little bit when you
Absolutely.
threw the coffee underneath the thing, and now she's getting emotional again.
I haven't. The coffee thing wasn't bad because I like the smell of coffee, so I was just chilling right there, smelling coffee the whole time, listening to you guys talk. Man, I was enjoying myself.
You're a humble, genuine, loving spirit, and you've always been like my number 3. Okay, so you know that. You know you always got a place.
Love you, Erica.
I just bought 2 more air mattresses. Right? We got 4 air mattresses now. You know we've been needing them lately.
Oh, right on.
We just don't know. Just like 4 more air mattress.
Well, John's coming back to town.
It's gonna be busy.
We'll have Troy and
That's it.
all them other come over. We'll be
That's it.
using them.
Don't go anywhere. Let's take another break. We
Yes,
got more
ma'am.
with Jackie G when we get back. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
at 9 a.m. Anna, what do you want to say? You wanted to add to this conversation.
Well-
I mean, you're just sitting back saying, "But is this too much for you?"
No. I'm just
She's
listening
sucking
to
it all
everyone.
in.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
look at that. She's just, Anna's a thinker.
Anna is adding her smile.
Oh, she's beautiful. She's stunning. Absolutely.
Thank
okay,
you.
so Jackie, we want to talk to you. Well, you want to ask Jackie?
Yeah, I did actually. I wanted to know what your favorite thing about coaching is.
Oh, good question.
I love the question, actually. I like to train the kids and raise them to do it the right way and enjoy themselves while they're playing. When the competition's still there, but doing it the right way. And that's how Darren has taught me how to train myself, build myself, and be the example to the kids. So I'm never going to yell at a kid for any reason, no matter what kind of error, because it's about, okay, dude, you messed up, you know what you should have done, you learned from it, okay, move on. No worries, have fun when you're playing the game. And I think it's a simple concept for kids.
Yeah, that's
No,
so
we're not
awesome.
pro or anything, you know?
I feel like that's really awesome because I've seen in Italy, like, we don't have school sports. So if you do sports, you just do it in a club. And most of my friends who keep on playing have, like, really stressful experiences with their sports. And it's not really love anymore. Like, a lot of them are quitting at this age. And so I feel like what you're saying is you teach them to love the game and enjoy the game. And that's probably the best thing you can do as a coach.
Well, that's exactly right, because sometimes kids can be pushed away if they get pushed too hard when it's unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
I think
absolutely.
our whole community needs to understand the necessity for safety, that when you create a safe environment for learning, that allows the neocortex to kick in. And that means that we're making connections with our mind and our heart. But when we don't feel safe, we go into the oldest part of our brain, which has to do with survival. Yes. And it doesn't bring out the best in us. So that's so great to hear that you're creating that safe, loving environment to learn, because that's really going to bring out the best.
I love the connection of the mind and the heart and soul. I love that. Right. Absolutely.
You know what else I know about you, too, because we've gone through this, and I identified how you learn, because I learned the same way, because you're auditory. So when somebody at first base was giving you all these hokey-pokey signs, you're not going to get it.
Absolutely.
You're just going to be lost. So you got in trouble a lot.
I'll forget the signs by the time I get my lead.
Exactly. No, it's true. You just don't get it, So I've always tried to, and this is that whole thing, mom, being the mom, and then telling a coach, and I'm like, look, he ain't going to get it. Okay. So I've coached a kid, okay, in basketball, pretty much his whole young elementary school life. So when I tell him to do something, he does it, but you got to tell him in his ear. Okay, you just got to tell him in a way that he learns it. And I think you would be a great coach. And I mean, because you're a kind of guy that learned a different way, so you understand. It's going to take a little bit to figure out. But if you got 10 kids, they don't all learn the same way. I mean, some people, like, you can draw a play in your hand. The other person, you've got to, like, whisper in their ear. And you got to be able to do that so fast in 9 different ways. And I know Steve's got it. And we've talked about this before. Steve, you want to add to that? I mean, it's just the way. That's a differential between being a coach and a great coach. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you hit it on the head there. And by talking to you for the last hour, it's coaching doesn't really have anything to do with X's and O's. It's about people and relationships and getting to, develop relationships with the players that you're coaching and leading, so that how to, what's the best way to get the most out of this particular person. Yeah, absolutely.
I want to say hi or goodbye to your mom, because we got a minute left, and I love your mom. Okay,
hi, Mom.
I love your sisters. Okay,
Tara misses you. I call her Tay-Tay.
I know. Well, she says every single Tuesday, because I know they listen every week. Well. Okay,
Absolutely.
She will be a teen co-host whenever she wants, the youngest ever.
You heard it, Tay-Tay.
That's it. That's it.
She's listening.
I know she is. That's it. Awesome. So, any wishes? Any? We gotta go.
I got nothing to add.
Give me your phone number. How about that? If you want to be coached by an amazing.
For everyone out there listening, there's too many people. I'm going to be stalked, man. 805-722-2788.
Say it again.
805-722-2788.
Or you could always call or email, best email, queenofteensb@gmail.com, and I will give you his info. All right, we ran out of time. God bless Santa Barbara. And my pleasure. See you next week.